Hello, my curious friends. There is one band that for years has been climbing to the top, and it all started when an 11-year-old boy from Sydney, Australia began posting cover videos, eventually asking his friends to join and thus forming the band that has been met with incredible worldwide success. Do any of you have any idea who I'm talking about? For those of you who guessed 5 Seconds of Summer, then you are absolutely correct. From YouTube covers to being the opening act of one of the biggest boy bands in the world, selling out Madison Square Garden. But how did the band come to be? What obstacles did they have to face? And being One Direction's opening act helped them to get them where they are? And with one of the members releasing solo music, could this be the end of the band? Stay with me to find out the answers to these questions, but before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel. 5 Seconds of Summer, or 5SOS as they are often called, are an Australian pop rock band that hails from Sydney, Australia, formed late in 2011. The band members consist of Luke Hemmings, Caleb Hood, Michael Clifford, and Ashton Irwin. Early in 2011, when he was just 14 years old, Luke started posting cover videos on his channel, which back then was called Hemo1996. And the first cover he uploaded was of Please Don't Go by Mike Posner. As his video began gaining more and more attention, he decided to invite his schoolmates Michael and Caleb to join him. Then later that same year, Clifford invited Ashton to join the trio in posting covers on YouTube as a drummer, and thus 5SOS as we know it was formed. Not long after that, on December 3rd, the band played their first ever show at the Sydney pub Annandale Hotel, and reportedly only 12 people were there watching. Well, I guess you gotta start somewhere. One of the fans' most beloved covers of the band is the Blink-182 song I Miss You, and speaking of the band that hails from California, 5SOS has never been shy in saying that they were the biggest musical influences. Inspired by the pop-punk genre, other notable influences include All Time Low, Green Day, A Day to Remember, and the British band Busted, who is most known for their song Year 3000, and yes, the song that the Jonas Brothers sang as a cover of this one, with some lyrics being slightly changed. As their popularity on YouTube grew, they began gaining interest from major labels, and before long they signed a publishing deal with Sony ATV Music Publishing, and in June of 2012 the group released their EP titled Unplugged, and despite having no promotion besides Facebook and Twitter, it reached number 3 on the iTunes chart in Australia, and the top 20 in both New Zealand and Sweden. In December the same year, they released their second EP, Somewhere New, and later embarked on a songwriting trip to London, where they busied themselves by writing with various artists, including 2 of their musical influences, the band McFly and James Bourne of Busted. People tend to say never meet your heroes, but in the case of this group, it worked out in the best way. With the band's move to London, they decided to drop out of high school. Besides Ashton, who being 2 years older had already graduated prior to this, then in February of 2013, the big break into the music scene happened when 5 Seconds of Summer was announced as a support act for One Direction on their worldwide Take Me Home tour. It kicked off later that same month at the O2 Arena in London, and in the Australian group joined British pop sensation for the shows in the UK, US, Australia, and New Zealand. And when the break in the tour came, the boys returned to their home country and played a national headlining tour with all the dates selling out within minutes. And if that wasn't proof enough of them gaining more popularity, then signing a record deal with Capitol Records. The following year, the group joined One Direction as their opening act once again on their Where We Are tour. And speaking of the British band, 5SOS as they have often been called, the Australian One Direction. Their association with the boy band only further helped their career. When they released their third EP titled She Looks So Perfect in 2014, it peaked at the 2nd spot on the Billboard 200 chart. And since then, 3 of the 4 band's studio albums have reached number 1 on the US charts, and with the 4th one reaching the 2nd spot. But their success does not only translate into the album and single sales. The boys have 10 tours behind them and have taken them all over the world, with tickets selling out within minutes and hundreds if not thousands of fans eagerly awaiting the boys wherever they went. Their No Shame tour to promote their album Calm was scheduled to start in May this year, but due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, it has been pushed back to 2021. The success has also translated well into award seasons for the boys. They have been nominated for over 160 awards, and they have won 78 of them. Most notable include an AMA in 2014 for Best New Artist, 2 VMAs in 2014 and 2015, and several Teen Choice Awards over the years. All this success has been translated well for the band's bank accounts. As of 2020, according to Celebrity Net Worth, each member has a net worth of $20 million. Reportedly, Ashton, Michael, and Caleb have all purchased properties in Los Angeles. Investing in property is a smart idea, no matter whether you're a global success or a regular Joe. Well, at least that's what I've been told. But I don't think that the boys only think of themselves. Since 2018, the band has released singles and EPs proceeds of which have gone to various charity organizations and performed and took part in different shows or events which were aimed to raise money for different causes. Most recently, they have been donating a portion of the profits from their 2020 album Calm to charities that help with the COVID-19 relief funds. The boys have also created a philanthropic brand, Friends of Friends, that sells limited edition apparel proceeds for which go to various causes such as Safe Space for Youth, Australian bushfires, the Martha P. Johnson Institute, as well as calling their fans to donate to the BLM movement and the LGBTQ movement. However, as fun as it may seem to be a bunch of teenagers and traveling the world and being highly successful, everything comes at a price. After several years of touring and the end of their successful Sounds of Live Feels Live World Tour in October of 2016, the band announced for them that the year has ended and they would take a break for the rest of it to develop a sound for their next album. However, the break lasted for nearly 2 years. And later, in an interview for Z100, Hood revealed that the reason for that was that after 6 years of being on the road, they needed to get their heads right for the longevity of the band. And later in the same interview, Hemmings actually shocked fans when he revealed due to the intense schedules that they had briefly considered breaking up as a band. He went on to say, 7 years as a band may seem like a long time, but we were teenagers when we started. And speaking of problems as a band, drummer Ashton definitely had his fair share of them in his life. His father left the family when he was only 2 years old, and his mother struggled with substance abuse all of his life. And in an interview with Alt Press, he revealed that he was always scared of the same thing happening to him. Irwin then revealed that when the band took their hiatus, that was something that he had to deal with when at the start of the break, he would turn to drinks to deal with his feelings. The drummer also went to add that he had to overcome that pretty quickly because he wanted the next period for the band to be successful, and in April of this year, he revealed that he had been sober for 10 months. Though Ashton isn't the only member of the band to have struggled with something in his personal lives. The band's guitarist, Michael, revealed that he had been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and during the band's rise to popularity, he became a fan-elected mental health advocate, which he later admitted he wasn't comfortable with at first. Speaking with Alt Press, Clifford said that it all happened at the time where he himself was in a really bad place, and he also added that he wished it had happened later after he had been through all of this so he could have had some knowledge about how to get through it all. And at the moment, Clifford said that he is in a much better place, and in January of 2019, he announced that he and his girlfriend Crystal Lay, who had been dating since 2016, are actually engaged. Reportedly, their wedding is set to take place in January of 21. When it comes to the love life of other members, since 2015, Luke has been on an on and off again relationship with social media influencer Arzalea Rodriguez after the couple met at Kylie Jenner's birthday party. So as you can see, here the band has friends in very high places. The pair called it quits in 2017, and since 2018 it has been confirmed that Hemmings has been dating a singer, Sierra Deaton. As for the drummer, he had previously dated model Brianna Holly, and they dated for a year before breaking up in 2016. And since 2016, he has been in an on and off again relationship with fashion blogger and photographer Caitlin Blaisdell. A few days ago, fans of the band got a surprise when one of them discovered an album with Ashton Irwin, as well as a single preview appeared on Apple Music. The singer-songwriter then decided to make news official on his Instagram by announcing that his solo album, Super Bloom, will be released on October 23rd, and that his first single, Skinny Skinny, will be out later that same day, along with the music video for it. In a press release, Irwin said that the single is about conversation he had with his 16-year-old brother about body image. He said that his younger brother Harry has already had his own mental image of what his own body should look like. The artist admitted that he thought this was a crippling trap for young men to try to walk through, and he added that he needed to write a song that captured the pain of body dysmorphia, and admitted that he had been through stages in his life where he was sickened by the state of mind. Fans have pointed out that the lyrics "my tongue is tasteless, my heart is barren, my fingers stretching to my larynx" could be alluding to an eating disorder. However, the singer himself has never spoken out about the issue, so at the moment these are just fans' assumptions. While in his Instagram post he confirmed that he's releasing the music with the permission of his bandmates, clearly intending to calm down fans who might start thinking of the band's breakup. Though with Irwin's desire to create solo music, will the other members of the group decide to do the same thing and release their own albums? And if so, could this lead to the band to follow in the footsteps of their friends, let's say One Direction? At the moment, nothing is known besides the fact that the group will have their No Shame tour next year, and after that we will just have to play the waiting game. So my curious friends, have you heard about the group before? And are you excited to hear Ashton's solo album? Will the solo music lead to them breaking up just like it did with One Direction? And can someone tell me what happened to Ketchup? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you again tomorrow for another video.